Look at the cows. Hi, cows. Will you move for us?
It's okay if you don't. I know we're tourists.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, we're good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. You too. Thank you.
Oh, that was sweet.
Yeah.
Hi, cows.
Okay, we should get
All
going
right, we
before
should go. All right, bye.
people think we're creepy.
Yes.
So.
Bye.
Bye, cows.
Bye, cows. Bye, cutie.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to our road trip to California. Hey! Last episode, we got the Prius together by getting a mattress and making sure that we could actually fit. Then, I went on to pack my bags, which was a struggle. But eventually, I decided on some outfits, and we packed up the Prius, took some pictures, and said our farewells, but not before making fun of Jemile, and not before shedding a few tears with Mommy. And now we're getting on the road, heading west to Ohio. Welcome to episode 2, Maryland to St. Louis, embracing slow travel. Because what's the rush? After we got on the road, we got a bite to eat and headed towards Pennsylvania. Crossing the state lines, we started to see the terrain turn from flat to mountainous. We crossed over rivers and enjoyed the views from the car. Then we crossed over into West Virginia and eventually Ohio. We planned on stopping in Columbus, but stopped early because I started to get a headache, and we were actually pretty tired. All right, so we just checked into the hotel for our first night. I am actually really exhausted, so I'm really tired. And we actually didn't really get good sleep last night, and we kind of got up early this morning and was doing a lot of stuff like packing and all that other stuff. So right now we're just in the hotel to sleep for the night and have a good sleep, restful sleep, because right now like my eyes are burning and like this part of my head hurts. I think I waited too late to eat, and I think I'm just tired. I was about tired. My eyes started burning around 2 hours into our drive, and so even though our goal was to get to Columbus, Ohio, right now we're about 2 hours away from Columbus, and so I wanted to push through and keep going. And my husband was like, we don't have to do that. Like, there's no rush to get to where we're trying to go. So I was grateful for that reminder, because even though like I had all these intentions, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna sleep in the car tonight and it's just gonna be wonderful, I really just don't feel good. I don't feel good. I feel tired and I need sleep. So that's what we doing. We finna eat some vegetables, we finna go to sleep, and then try again tomorrow. Good morning. It is day 2 of our journey to California, and had a good night's sleep last night. I was very tired. My head was hurting, my eyes were burning. But my eyes were burning actually like 2 hours into our drive, so I don't know. I think I was just tired in general. And today we agreed that we're gonna take our journey slower. Like, yeah, because like last time we RV'd, we were doing too much, going too fast, too far too fast. And I think that burned up, our money, but it also burned up our energy and our time and our like vitality. And I don't want to get to the place all ragged and burned out where we can't even enjoy the destination, but not even the journey. Because I do want to enjoy the journey. I don't want us just to like, oh, we're just driving through these states and like whatever, because the goal is California. I want to like see the beauty in everywhere we're going. So hopefully today we can find somewhere cute in Ohio to pull over and record a loop, because I want to record a song in every state that we go to. Again, we'll see how that goes, because we went through West Virginia and that was like a 10-minute or 10-mile ride. So I think we'll probably come back through West Virginia to come back.
Sure.
Anyway, we'll figure it out when we get there. But we've been to West Virginia. I've done a song there before, so I say that counts. So I'll post the song here.
Really?
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing in the breeze, country roads. Take me home to the place where I belong, West Virginia. Mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads.
I was saying, somewhere around
Yeah,
here you will see
somewhere.
that.
And then it was a song by John Denver, Almost Heaven, which is the West Virginia anthem at this point. So now we're in Ohio. I feel a lot better than I did yesterday. And now that I know it's probably gonna take us longer to get there, I'm just open to the journey, hands open, heart open, whatever. We'll get there when we get there, and I don't want to miss the surprises along the way, being too focused on what I feel like we should be doing. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Or how it should be going.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Had a shower. Ready to go. All right. In the distance, you can see Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio. It's Columbus. Yay. I don't know what to expect, but here we are. We're on our way to Panera.
Trying to eat healthy.
Trying. That could be a struggle sometimes, though, trying to eat healthy on the road. So last night we got Outback Steakhouse, but instead of getting meat, we just got vegetables and sides. And so now today we're going to get Panera and probably get some like veggies, so like a salad or maybe a soup. Oh, it's a little hot.
Yeah,
It's 97
hot.
degrees. It's 97 degrees. But yeah, like try to get something semi-healthy, because we don't want to get unhealthy on the road, whether that's like gain unnecessary weight or just have really high, blood pressure, cholesterol. Because a lot of fast food is fried, or just like there's no nutritional value.
Yeah.
Like, right? It's like it's just paste.
Yeah.
So we're trying to eat colorful as much as possible while we're on the road. It's not fun. I just started my period, so I want burgers.
Yeah, I was about to say, like that. The last time we went on the road, we were more or less eating our feelings.
We were eating our feelings.
So I think we're trying to not do that this time, to the best of our ability.
Yeah.
But again, that can be challenging, and like you just said, as you're on your cycle, you have a desire to eat something different, which I'm not gonna knock that. I'm like, go eat that lettuce. Like, no, bump that. Like,
Do it now.
Eat that lettuce. Like, I'm not gonna force you to do that. I'm not
Guess
gonna.
who's not eating that lettuce?
Yeah, I'm not gonna encourage you. I want you to be happy. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to be happy and healthy and I get it. Like, sometimes that's just a phase. Like,
Yeah.
However long this is.
Yeah.
6-7 days or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
So, which is understandable. Like, it's
Yeah.
not a big of a deal.
Yeah. I think it is important to listen to your body, because like I just said, I'm on my period, and when I'm on my period, I do crave heavier things, and there's a reason why your body craves heavier things, right? I feel like we've been here
Columbus?
to pick up the rack. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
This looks familiar to the place that we were to pick up our dolly when we were RVing. But it's important to listen to your body sometimes, because we can be so hard with it, like, no, you shouldn't want cookies, no, you shouldn't want chocolate or whatever it is. But your body wants those things for a reason. It might be lacking in iron or magnesium. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Cool.
that is a cool house. Apparently, I've heard that sometimes when you crave chocolate, your body really wants meat or protein or something, which is really interesting, because I'm like, to me, those are two different sensations of eating that, but maybe as it processes through the body, it's similar.
Yeah, your body's just looking for and lacking some macronutrients. But it's the same thing with other stuff too, not just food. Like, if your body needs a rest. Like, we are in a culture that doesn't take time to actually address those things.
Yeah.
We're always trying to find quick fixes. I'm sure you've seen those like aspirin commercials or like BioFreeze.
Yeah.
And it's like the person's exercising and they're like struggling, but they're like, BioFreeze. Now you can do it. You can do whatever you want to do. It's like, no, maybe you're just pushing yourself too far.
Hello? Maybe you're injured.
Yeah, maybe you just need to relax. Like, stop trying to like overdo it. But that's American culture. That's American society. Forcing you to be a machine and keep going. But like, we are definitely both I'll just say Alicia because I don't know what video this is for. So Alicia and I are trying to get into a place where we are focusing on just being better humans.
Yeah.
And being
good.
more of who God has created us to be, and not what this world calls us to be or pushes us to be. You know, Scripture talks about that. You know, be not conformed to this world. Yeah. But that's all this society does is conform. Yeah. Wear these type of clothes, make your hair this way, do that, whatever. And like as Black people in general, that's all we've been doing since we got shipped over here. Yeah. But it doesn't help us. It's not healthy for us. Yeah. Like, we're not supposed to live like that. Yeah. I don't think anybody is. But that's something that we have to heal from and work through. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to like...
No, you're fine. Yes. And to your point, to Jamal's point when he was talking about like conform and do all these things, like I've thought about that even with us like being in the car. So while I'm on my period, we're going to be staying in hotels because I want to be comfortable. Yeah. And so, but there are some people who are like, oh, you're not doing car life right. And you're like, who cares? Right? Like I'm not trying to do this to prove anything to anybody. But I think a lot of us are living our lives to prove stuff to people. And it's like, why can't you prioritize your comfort? Why can't you prioritize your rest or your peace? Like, why does it always have to be a challenge? Why does everything have to be hard to count? Yeah. And it's like, no, it counts because I'm doing it and I'm here. Yeah. And I'm doing it my own way.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, this is our story. This is our experience. Yeah. It doesn't have to look like anybody else's experience. Yeah.
But you know, some people on the internet some people on the internet opt into struggling because it gets more views, because it's more profitable, like because it's like, oh, I'm gonna push myself to, you know, to this limit or whatever. Yeah. And if you have those dreams and desires, go for it, right? Yeah. But don't ever feel like you have to force yourself to be uncomfortable to please other people or to be seen as valuable or legitimate. Does that make sense?
No, absolutely.
So yeah. So anyway, so off to food we go. Good morning. All right, so currently we are in, where are we at? We are in Indiana. We just crossed over into Indiana last night, and so far it's been great. We've seen a lot of farms, a lot of wheat, a lot of corn, a lot of different kind of crops, and it feels really good to be around like lush green nature. So today the goal is to get to St. Louis, which is about 4 hours away from here. And hopefully when we get to St. Louis, I'll be able to make some music or see some sights. We'll be able to get something to eat. Last time we were in St. Louis, we went to Sweetie Pie's and the food was delicious. I also want to see the arches again. Maybe this time we can actually ride in the arches. Last time I was too scared and we didn't have enough time. Our RV was like hours away, so we wanted to get back before it got too dark. But one thing I do love about St. Louis is that it's pretty cheap to go there, and they have a lot of things to do there. Like there are a lot of parks, a lot of museums, like open spaces where we can sit and just kind of relax and not have to be like stuffed in a car. Even though it's a city, it's not really, from my experience, from my little experience, it's not really like a super like congested or busy city. And where we were apparently wasn't the real downtown last time. Apparently we were somewhere else, but I like the area that we were in. It wasn't busy, it was chill, people were at work. And we also got to see the Blues Museum. So if you're ever in St. Louis, check out the Blues Museum. We've already been there, so we're probably not gonna go again today, and because of time and resources. But we wanna make sure that we're actually spending time in the city, seeing the things we wanna see, because what good is a road trip if all you're doing is just seeing out the window of your car, you know? So yes, on to St. Louis. All right, we're currently crossing the Mississippi River into St. Louis on our right. So we're waiting for a sign, and here it is, the blue sign. The truck's gonna be in the way. Sorry, cars. Missouri welcomes you, yay! And then here is the arch. Yay, and hopefully we'll be able to go in it today. We'll see. We're officially in St. Louis. Look up. Should take a picture. Busch Stadium, Ballpark Village, Cardinals Nation. I actually really enjoy St. Louis. I really do. It's the Golden Arches. Actually, it's not. It's just the arch. But yay!
The sound is
Argentine. Okay. Those little holes at the very, very top. Let's see if you can even see it. Oh, okay, there are those holes. That's where we would be riding in the tram. People are looking down, you can see them. So we gonna see. All right, we're at the Gateway Arch National Park. Yeah. All right, so apparently this is the size of the tram. Yikes. All right, so the tram is sold out.
Yep.
Until Sunday. It is Thursday, so.
Yeah, which is wild. So even if you tried to buy tickets, it wouldn't have mattered.
No.
Yeah.
So we won't be able to come until the winter. They said it's slow.
Yeah,
so,
it's slower time.
So hopefully sometime during some winter,
Yeah.
we'll be able to come and try it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But instead,
Yes.
no need to be down on the dumps.
No
We're
need.
going on a riverboat cruise.
Yay!
For an hour riverboat cruise
At 5:15.
at 5:15
Yeah. It is.
on the Mississippi River.
It is 4:13.
Yes. So we got some time.
Mhm.
Fox wants to record some music, a loop for today.
Yeah.
So after she
Cools
defrosts
off.
a little bit, cools off, we will head outside. She'll do her deed.
Yeah.
And we'll keep it moving.
Yeah.
And enjoy the rest of the day. I'm sure by the time you get done with the cruise, you're gonna be ready to eat.
Oh yeah.
So.
And I think we might miss CD pies this time because CD pies close at 6.
Yeah, it closes at 6, so yeah, it'll be closed by the time
Yeah.
we get off the river.
Sorry.
It's
It's
fine.
okay. We'll find an alternative.
Yeah,
We
like
always find an alternative.
it's St. Louis. I'm
That's
sure
true.
there's many things that
Yeah.
you can eat, like
Yeah.
many other local places to do that. So it's all good. Like,
Yeah.
we'll find something.
So apparently, if you want to come on the tram, buy your tickets ahead of time.
Way in advance.
Do not wait till you get here.
Yeah, way in advance.
Yeah. So. Yay! Going on a riverboat cruise.
We're going to be getting underway, I think in about 15 minutes or so. You are free to wander about the boat on our... You do not need this...
Dang, this moves fast.
Okay, we're getting underway, heading upstream, heading northbound on the Mississippi River this afternoon.
All right, so we just got finished doing a boat tour. We sweat. Listen, I'm sweaty. And got the arch behind me, recorded a loop for St. Louis. And I'm gonna probably edit the vocals and stuff like that and mix it and stuff like that and then share it with you all. And then now we're gonna go get food and shower, or vice versa. So We want to go to Sweetie Pies, but that closed at 6 and too early because we got here at like 4. We got here like 4, and then the boat thing was at 5, and so there was no way that we were going to make it on time. So one day soon we'll have the St. Louis experience again. But we had Sweetie Pies before, and it was good. So take our word for it, even though we have nothing to show for it. It was really good. Yay! I just wanted to share with you all some pictures of the sunset that I took because I think it looks pretty. I hope that you enjoy. Yay! Yay, awesome. Now I have to leave because there's too many bugs. Hello, friends. Okay, so we stayed an extra night in Illinois, which is about 45 to 50 minutes away from St. Louis. Litchfield, Illinois. We stayed here, and we're staying an extra day because we didn't want to rush. Like, we didn't want to just, okay, on to the next thing. You know, we want to take our time, make sure we're resting well, taking time to pace ourselves, actually see. I actually got a chance to record a loop at a park. We took our morning very easy this morning. It felt really good. And so now we're going to go back to St. Louis to try to get Sweetie Pies, which is a restaurant which has been featured on O Network. But we want to support black businesses as much as we can, even though out here there's not many black businesses out in the middle of nowhere, Illinois. But in St. Louis, there are opportunities. So we want to make sure that we are taking the opportunity, the chance every time we get to try and support black businesses, black artists, black creators, all that stuff. So last time we ate at Sweetie Pies, the food was really good. Our server was really nice. I can't remember his name, I feel bad. He was so sweet. And so now we're hoping to go back. It's Friday, so there should be fish on the menu, so hopefully the fish is good. And the food was good when we went, so I don't doubt that it's gonna be good today. But yeah, so I'm excited. Hey. St. Louis University. The buildings look beautiful. Yeah. Like the architecture. We just realized, like, St. Louis, right? And it's like, who is Louis? Yeah. Who is this saint? Yeah. The world may never know. Actually, I probably could just Google it. Yeah. But this is the Fox Theater. Yeah. Third Baptist Church. Gary's Fine Dining on the left. Arts Hotel. This must be like an arts. It's like an arts academy, but yeah, this must be like an arts district that we're on. We just thought it was gone, but yeah.
They were doing construction the last time we were here.
Were they?
Yeah.
But I do remember the street.
Yeah.
And there it is. Yeah. Sweetie Pies, Upper Crust. Hopefully, we can park on the street. Yay! I love when I travel somewhere and they have the park the same park mobile system that they have in DC, because I hate having to download whole other apps, sign up with whole other accounts, more passwords. More people have my card information. Yeah. Don't like that. So
it is the same thing, right?
Park it is the same. It is.
Cool. Nice. It doesn't look like it's busy in here.
It doesn't. Thank God. This is our park space, 6709. All right.
I'll take it. That's all.
Absolutely. Aw. Hello. How are you? Things I shouldn't be eating. You guys look good, baby. You ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright. I'll get your first bite. Yeah. I love it. It's just like, yep.
You want to bite everything?
I don't know. I'll try it.
Do a piece of chicken.
How do you eat your chicken? I'd love to see.
Piece by piece.
Because I know some people that just take the whole thing and just bite into it. And I'd be like, no, that's chaotic.
I like to separate it.
Good. Tea I was talking about is clear.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
It's still good.
It's like just like sugar.
Aw.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah.
Try a piece of cornbread. It's actually pretty fairly priced. I think the whole thing was like $35.
Yeah. Especially for a place that's like well known or famous or whatever.
Alright, I got green beans, I got cabbage.
How was the cornbread? Okay.
Sorry.
It's alright.
What's good?
Good.
Kind of peppery.
Oh, okay.
It's good though. Usually I don't eat like this. Usually I eat one thing at a time and then
Yeah.
eat more. I might have leftovers, so I might need a
box.
I'm not supposed to be eating fried chicken.
No, we're not. Do you want to take a bite off mine? I already ripped it.
I think it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you thought the same?
Yeah.
Okay. That's alright. I would've got fish.
Sure.
But I don't know what kind of fish that was, so I was like,
Yeah, it's true.
I don't like fish with bones.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Good job.
Alright, so we just left
Sweetie pie.
Sweetie Pies,
Upper crust.
Upper Crust,
Yes.
in St. Louis, Missouri.
Yes.
And thoughts?
That's okay. Yeah, I think for me it's enough to be like, oh yeah, I had the experience, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna recommend Sweetie Pies to anybody.
Yeah.
Just cause. But go ahead.
I'm trying to pick my words wisely because I never want to talk down on a black business because we need support.
Yeah.
And she's what?
I thought she was doing okay with it.
No, she's doing very well. She has a whole, TV
Like-
show, family drama aside. Like she has a whole TV show and she's been put on the map.
Yeah.
And I'm always cheering on people who are willing and able and brave enough
Yeah.
to try things.
Yeah.
That being said, my aunt is a cook. And so, whenever I eat soul food, I'm thinking of my aunt's food, right? Whenever I'm thinking about my family's food, like the food you eat like at Thanksgiving or like special occasions, because like Jamal said, we don't eat soul food like that. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, unless it's like a special occasion. And so when those experiences happen, I want it to be good. Like, I'm expecting it to be like really good because I'm not supposed to be eating this fried chicken.
No.
I'm not supposed to be eating this green beans with no nutritional value.
Yeah.
So when I do, I want it to at least taste good so I don't feel all the way bad about eating it.
Yeah.
We'll start with the cornbread. The cornbread was not hot. I like hot cornbread.
Yeah.
Because I think that's where the moisture is too, like when it's fresh and hot.
Got you. Yeah.
So there's that. So it wasn't moist, it was dry. And then it didn't have any flavor. Like not even butter. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, people have like split it in half and put the butter in it or on top and it becomes like salty and savory that way. No. I think I have basic taste buds. Like, but I just want it to taste good. And so I can't tell you like, oh, maybe it was made from scratch. I don't know, but Jiffy is good to me, right? Yeah. So it don't take much. My whole point is it don't take much for me to enjoy food. This is my personal preference. I like small batch cornbread. Somebody just walked. Okay. I like small batch cornbread because it's more moist. I feel like when you have like the big batch cornbread, it's easy to overcook it. And I feel like it's overcooked. Yeah. Whereas like small batch, like, oh, okay, stick the little toothpick in, okay, it's done, right? Like, and I like my bread slightly undercooked. Like not like raw, like it's falling apart, but like slight, like moist. I like mine moist. Yeah. So anyway, so that was that. I can't eat a lot of fried chicken because my stomach hurts. I have a very sensitive stomach. I have IBS, and so too much oil and fat and grease sets it off. So I wanted to get the mac and cheese. I was like, I can either get the mac and cheese or the chicken. I can't get both. Yeah. So I opted in for the chicken because the fish, I didn't know what it was. Yeah. What I will say though about the chicken is they gave generous portions. There was like 3 big chicken wings. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, that's too much. Yeah. So I was like, hopefully it's good and I have leftovers for later. went to go try the leftover chicken. Went to go try the fried chicken, and to me it just tastes fried.
Yeah.
Like it didn't have any flavor to me. And then once I got in the inside the skin, like to eat it, it was chewy. It was chewy and like it didn't have no flavor.
Yeah.
And for me, again, shout out to Aunt Jackie and all the women in my family who cook. It's like when you marinate chicken before you season it before you fry it.
Yeah.
And to me, it didn't seem like they seasoned it before they battered it.
Yeah.
It just seemed like it was just like the season was in the batter and it was like light season, so there was no flavor.
Yeah.
It was giving like Paula Patton vibes.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
how she put the season on the chicken while it was frying. That's how it felt.
Yeah.
And then what else? What else I have? Cabbage and green beans. The cabbage was buttered down. Okay, butter. And so for me, I'm just like, there's no nutritional value in this.
Yeah.
So let me just enjoy it. So the best part for me was the cabbage and the green beans. They were seasoned. They were flavorful. I know it's basically my body's like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Right. I'm just gonna pass this.
Right. But I do like my vegetables to have some sort of crunch to it. I like it to be
some level of freshness.
Yeah, like I like my veggies steamed.
Yeah.
Rather than like boiled.
Yeah.
And it was just all boiled.
Yeah.
And then the cornbread, like I said, it was dry.
Yeah.
The tea.
Yeah.
The tea is clear.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
Yeah.
Like overwhelmingly sweet
Yeah.
today.
The tea is good.
Yeah. For bad reasons.
But not. It's good, but it's not good.
It's not good.
So.
It's the tea that somebody made at the cookout, at your uncle's cookout. Right. The diabetes tea.
It's. I think I would be
diabetical.
Culturally accepted as good tea. But again, what's good for the culture isn't good for the community.
That's good. That's real.
So.
I felt, and I will say that I had to stop eating after the first piece of chicken. I don't even think I finished the whole chicken.
No.
One, because I'm not supposed to be eating fried chicken, but also it's like, if it doesn't even taste good, there's no point in me forcing myself to eat it, you know. Yeah. And I don't want a stomach ache. But either way,
absolutely.
The people were friendly.
Yeah, it's always just like the first time. We came and it wasn't that busy.
Thank God.
So we ate inside.
Because we were going to eat in here if it was, because COVID is... Apparently, St. Louis is a hot spot for COVID right now, which we didn't know, but we heard on like an intercom or something, and we're like, what?
We were visiting the Gateway Arch. Yeah. We heard an announcement about that.
But we've been masked up the whole time.
Yeah.
Even outside.
Yeah.
But it's, doing our best, obviously. Yeah. People still catch COVID despite what they do. But we're trying our best not to catch it and not to spread it if we, if we come in contact with people who have it.
Yeah.
So, because listen, we got responsibilities. We got people we need to see and take care of. Yeah. But it's just, the people were friendly. Service was great. Music was good. Soul music.
Yeah.
Security guard was at the front desk, was very nice.
Yeah.
It was just nice. Yeah. But the food, I just feel like the food was a little disappointing.
Yeah. It was an experience.
It's an experience.
Again, for the second time. We're going to go back, I'm sure.
Watch our old video of it.
Watch us say the exact same thing.
I know.
And not learn from it.
I know. Because now that we have to remember.
We're not coming back.
We're not coming back. Because I feel like places that I really enjoy, I really love, I remember the name, I remember the taste. Yeah. I remember the euphoric feeling of like, oh my God. Like when food makes me, like do that, like it's in my memory forever. But there was no memory of this for me. And so maybe it's because it was kind of underwhelming too.
Yeah, there was memories of other things, but not the food.
No, like a guy who served us.
Yeah, the service, remembered that. The tea. Remembered that, but other than that.
Yeah. It's not that good, guys. I'm sorry. But hey, go try it out for yourself.
Yeah, like everybody has different palates and stuff.
Yes.
Like I said, that's what I was trying to get that prescribed or disclaimer. At the beginning of like our review is that everybody's palates are different.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, so like
it's just not for me. That's
okay. Exactly. Like there's certain stuff that people are like, oh, this is amazing. You try it, like, not so much.
Wish her all the best.
Yeah.
The people she hires, wonderful, great customer service, and they're Black folks.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
And I love that they're not just like, obviously they're Black people, but like cultural Black.
Yeah.
I love that. Like unapologetic.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
she's creating opportunities for other people. Yeah, so I'm here for it.
Yeah, like you mentioned, like I'm not trying to tear down a Black woman or her business.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like trying to be careful with what I say.
Yeah, I think you can give honest feedback.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm not
from love.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like, oh, her restaurant needs to be shut down.
No,
I'm not gonna say that.
No,
because again, I may not just be the audience, and it's fine. Like, she's clearly getting, she's still here, because like even before we were on our way here, and considering coming, for a lot of people during COVID and during the pandemic, a lot of restaurants are shut down.
Yeah, they did.
Her restaurant's still here.
Yeah.
So that means she was able to make it happen through that, and have either the financial reserve, or people were like, no, we're going to keep going and supporting Sweetie Pies, which is fine. So yes, continue to thrive, continue to run your business. But I think we can still
be honest,
have comments or criticisms about something, and it not have to be destructive. Right. Because we're not trying to be destructive at all. So like, I support it. Like, at the end of the day, if somebody was like, hey, go to KFC or Sweetie Pies, I'm going to say go to Sweetie Pies. Like,
support black business.
Support black business. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, they're both bad for you.
They're both.
So might as well, like, put some money in our community. Like,
that's funny. You know. Yeah. No, that's real. Yeah. So it was great. Our experience. Probably won't be back on purpose. No. I know that she has another location. Right. Maybe it's different food. I'm not sure. Okay. You said you're good? Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we're good.
I mean, so, if you find out there's another location.
I mean, I think so. I think there's
cuisine is different.
I don't know if that's the thing. I don't know if the cuisine is different or if it's just different locations. Because this is called upper crust. And I'm like, okay, what's the difference between that and like the regular one? Exactly. Bottom crust? Middle crust. But yeah, so that was that. Yeah. I'm back on to the. I'm gonna go to Popeyes to get a biscuit. Oh gosh. So I want my biscuit. Stop up all that grease. In my mind, that's what's happening. Obviously, I know that's not what's probably gonna happen. Right. But I'm still kind of hungry a little bit because I didn't really eat that much.
So you didn't eat anything?
No, I had the green beans and the cabbage, but that's gonna run through me like water. Yeah. So anyway, because it basically is water. Yeah. All right, later. Oh, do the camera thing. All right, so this is technically day 4 of our travels. We are still in Litchfield, Illinois, and I don't know. I think one thing I didn't really consider on this trip is eating. I cannot eat fast food every day. It is only day 4, and I need a home cooked meal. And I mean like veggies, I mean cooked veggies, I mean like rice and, you know, something homemade where you're not buying it from a restaurant. And even like the restaurants that we eat at, right? Like, we try to get sides from like Ruby Tuesdays or, I don't know, what is it called? Outback Steakhouse, like cooked steamed vegetables. It still doesn't hit the same. It doesn't hit the same. Today we went to Sweetie Pies in St. Louis, and the food is so heavy and greasy. I couldn't even eat all of it. And on road trips, I realized I eat less because my body, can't take all this processed food. And so, you know, I'm trying to figure out what to do, what the solve is for this, because I cannot eat fast food every day. I can't eat fast food every day. And by fast food, I don't even necessarily mean like McDonald's and stuff like that, or Chick-fil-A, even though we have eaten there, but I do mean like non-home cooked meals. And I'm trying to think to myself, what did I eat at home? But I had more options. I ate oatmeal or fruits, vegetables, salads, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate like everyday food that I eat at home in my everyday diet on the road. And I understand why people who travel a lot gain a lot of weight or are unhealthy, because you're kind of stationary all day long riding in a car. So shout out to all my truck drivers. But then you're also at the will of the restaurants in the area. So right now we're in Litchfield, Illinois. Around us is only like Jimmy John's, Subways are everywhere, by the way. Subways, Ruby Tuesdays, like I said, Applebee's, Wendy's, like all these processed foods that I don't eat on a regular basis. And so my body can literally feel, my body being like, girl, we can't do all this salt, we can't do all this processed stuff, we can't do all this like filler. It's just, I can't do it. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to eat in a way that honors my body and my mind and my soul, because eating well is a part of my self-care routine when it comes to depression. I can't eat a lot of processed stuff when I'm depressed, because it sets off the feeling of depression, like the symptoms of depression, the low-level feelings, and these are feelings that I honor. And so I'm not necessarily mad at my body for feeling how it feels. I'm just trying to figure out a way to
treat myself well and with love, where I am also eating, because again, I haven't been eating that much. On the road, I don't really eat that much. I don't eat a lot. I eat a lot at home. I might eat joyfully, but it's hard to eat joyfully on the road. And then you're also kind of dealing with like homesickness, so you want comfort food. But I can't eat like Chick-fil-A every day. Like I said, I can't eat heavy stuff every day because that's just not a part of my normal eating routine. The last time I was on the road, I gained so much weight because I was depressed when we left. I was going through a depressive episode, and then also I was dealing with like homesickness and missing my mom and missing the everyday routine, missing my stability, missing my community. And so I turned to food to eat, and that wasn't good. I really just needed to deal with my emotions. And so I'm trying my best to deal with my emotions in a healthy way now so that I don't turn to food and unhealthy things, because it's a cycle, because you turn to food and unhealthy things, and then you're mad at yourself for turning to those things, and then you're sent on that cycle all over again. You see what I'm saying? So as someone who deals with like mental health issues, I'm trying my best to, again, honor my body, treat myself well, and pay attention to the signs. And today I feel a little depressed, if I'm being honest. I feel a little down, and I'm trying to figure out where that's coming from, because I started this road trip so happy and excited and open, and I just feel heavy today. And I do think some of that has to do with my diet, because I've been eating a lot of fried foods, a lot of fast foods, processed foods, and I've been eating things I don't really eat. Like, I don't even eat sandwiches like that. So like Subway sandwiches and Jimmy John's has so much salt in it that I can feel my hands swell when I eat it. I can feel my feet swell when I eat that. It's just too much, and you don't. There's no nutritional value in it for me. And I like knowing that what I eat is actually healing and helping my body as opposed to harming it, because who knows what's in this processed food. And again, like, obviously you do what you can, right? You do what you can with what you have, with where you are. I'm just grateful to be in a place where I have options. I can choose what to eat. But if we keep pulling off on these like middle of nowhere towns, no offense, all there is fast food. There's an Aldi's down the street. And here's another thing, I struggle with IBS. And so I can't eat raw food all the time. I have to cook, I have to steam my vegetables to make it easier for my body to digest. Should have thought about all of that before I got here, and I did not. And so I'm hoping tomorrow to come up with a plan that will aid in in bettering my mental health, aid in me eating better and me feeling better, because right now eating is a struggle. So I'm trying to have a healthy relationship with eating, a healthy relationship with food, because I haven't, a healthy relationship with my body. And it's just something I should have thought about before. So I might end up buying like a Jackery, and I'll share more about that later. But it's basically like this power system, this power grid that you can power up through solar power, and you can plug things into it and get like a hot plate or something, so I can, steam my vegetables to help me digest the food I need to eat and to feel good. So that's where I am right now. I'm trying my best. And I'm sad that I'm starting to feel sad, because I don't want depression to follow me on this road trip across the country. I want to be present. I want to be happy. I want to be joy-filled. I want to be content, and I want to be, again, present in the moment. So we'll see what happens. And honestly, it's such a bummer to always have to consider, okay, here's the thing. I'm trying to be gentle with myself, right? And where I am, pay attention to the signs, to the things that I'm going through, with the things that I'm feeling. But sometimes it's a burden to have to always consider, what are my triggers? Oh, I feel like I'm about to cry. What my triggers are, and what could set me off, because I just want to live a normal life. And I know it's like, what is normal, right? Like, what is normal? There is no definition of normal, but like, living with a mental health issue is really hard, because you're always thinking of everything. And then with IBS, you know what I'm saying? If my emotions are off, so is my digestive system, so is my stomach, so is like my body. You know what I'm saying? Like, so all of that has a direct impact on everything. And I sometimes I hate the fact that I don't know how long I'll be dealing with these issues, IBS, depression, anxiety, but I'm just trying my best to navigate them. And I just want to live a life where I am content, where I don't have to be super safe and careful, but I'm also trying to live in the reality of things, right? And accept it for what it is and love myself, even like in this, I guess, paradigm that I'm in the situation that I'm in, where I'm not trying to fix myself. I mean, I am trying to heal myself, right? But I'm not trying to make myself into someone I'm not. I'm accepting where I am, and just being gentle with myself, right? Like, even with my hair, for example, just go with me. With my hair, for example, my hair, it takes time to do my hair. It takes energy. It takes, patience. And I deserve that patience. And so does my mental health. So does my body. I deserve that care. I deserve that time. I deserve that thoughtfulness to think about what I'm consuming, what I'm watching, what's triggering me, what's setting me off, what's making me feel anxious, or what's triggering my depression. Like, I deserve that gentleness. It's just sometimes it's just work. You know what I mean? Like, the truth is, it's just work. I'm worthy and it's work. Like, two things can exist at the same time. So that's where I am. My husband is getting me tacos and broccoli from Ruby Tuesday, and tomorrow, because right now I don't have the energy or the mental capacity or emotional capacity to deal with it, I'm going to figure out a plan so that I can eat well, I can plan in advance, buy what I need to buy, you know what I'm saying? Like, while I have it to buy it, I might just have to buy a hot plate so I can cook for myself. Because even in cooking itself is healing to me, is nurturing to me. It is a self-care routine because it's like meditation, right? You're taking time with what you're cooking. You're thinking about it, the flavors, the scents, right? The nutrition that's in the food. You're thinking about all that stuff, and it just takes time. And so living in a car, one issue that I'm bumping into is trying to find the time, space, and carefulness to take care of my body and eat in a way that is helpful. So while we haven't lived in the car yet, slept overnight in it and stuff like that, all that stuff, this is just something that's concerning me going into this next phase of our road trip, the next phase of us moving into our Prius, which is, how am I going to consume in a way that is loving and healthy as someone with a chronic illness, or chronic illnesses, and do it in a car, right? Like, we got to figure that out. And everything is figure outable, I know. But I just want to be honest about how I feel. And so tomorrow is a new day. Lord willing, I'll see it and I'll deal with that problem when I get there. But for now, I'm going to relax, watch cartoons on Cartoon Network. I'm going to read, I'm going to journal. I'm just going to be honest and hopefully rest until tomorrow. So until tomorrow.